live stream.
Okay.
Live stream. Okay, I'm on my way up.
Okay, thanks, Virginia.
I had no trouble with the Pratt meeting last night.
Okay.
I don't know what it is about. Carriage meetings. Okay, so we're live. Can everybody hear fine? Okay, so I'm gonna start off the meeting. So I acknowledge with respect that we are in Robinson Huron Treaty territory. That the land on which we are gathered is a traditional territory of the Anishinaabe. And no one is Wadding. Wadding is home to Garden River First Nation, Batchewana First Nation, and the historic Sault Ste. Marie Métis Council. So we have to do elections today, but just wanted to start with a roundtable to do introductions. We have some new committee members. So I'm Virginia McLeod. I'm the manager of Recreation and Culture and the administrative support for the Municipal Heritage Committee. Jamie, I'll turn it over to you and then we'll go do a roundtable on the
Okay, so I'm Jamie Van Hatch, I'm a returning member. Off and on, I've been mostly on since about 2017. I took a hiatus there for a couple of years. I'm also on the library board, that's why I have a scarf that has books on it. And I also this year rejoined the Heritage Sites Board, which I absolutely love. And I have projects that you'll hear about later, but I joined committees because I like to do something, so that's why I'm here.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Colin Tomczyk. I'm a new member. I have a little bit of experience when it comes to history, heritage, and the preservation thereof. Did a little bit of historical research at a graduate level and during my university studies. Also worked for Parks Canada for a while, not directly in a heritage preservation role, but working directly with local partners who are interested in the natural and cultural heritage of the area. I've also been appointed to the Historic Sites Board, so looking forward to also potentially finding any relationships and synergies between the two that I'm sure already exist, but hoping to help to reinforce those or find new ones. Very excited to be here.
I'm Angela Marmlar. I work for community services and admin. I'm just here to take some minutes and you're important.
I'm Louise Joyal. I've been on the committee for a year. I don't bring any of the education you guys have. I'm a funeral director at the Arthur Funeral Home. I've been working there for 30-some years now. And I do have a passion for everything that's antique, everything that is old. I love it, and I have a passion in preserving it. So that is why I'm here. I do bring other types of different little connections that can be helpful here and there. And yeah.
Thank you. So my name is Nicole Leone. I'm the director of community services here with the city. And I'm excited to learn what everything's going to bring forward. It's going to be great.
I'm Salvatore Marchese and I'm a planner here at the city. So I'm here as a staff resource and also to just kind of give a perspective from planning lens.
And Hannah.
I think you're still on mute, Hannah.
Okay, hi guys, I'm Hannah. I am the Design and Engagement Coordinator at the Sault Ste. Marie Museum, and I've been in this position for 6 months. I've sat on various boards and committees, nothing city-wise. This is my first experience doing this, but I've kind of followed in my father's footsteps. He was the president of this committee for a number of years, and I'm really excited to work with all of you and bring what expertise I have, although I'm not entirely sure what that is yet, but I'm just happy to be here.
Thanks, Hannah. Sunny.
Hey everyone, I'm Sunny from City Council. Happy to be here. Just happy to learn more from everyone and obviously celebrate a large part of our city's history. So thanks for having me.
Alex.
Hi, everyone. My name is Alex White. I am a teacher at the Algoma District School Board, currently at Pinewood School. I've been the vice chair on the Heritage Committee for 4 years now. As you can tell, we're headed outside for lunch recess. My part in being on the Heritage Committee is to preserve local history, and any projects and committees that I can be a part of, I'm really happy to do that. I also wanted to show everyone this book by Dr. Frank Sarlo, The West End. I read it. My wife is reading it now, but if you can get your hands on it, it's a really good, informative read. So that's his latest book, The West End. Awesome. Thanks, everyone. Good to meet you.
I think I'm last. So I'm Sarah Walker. I've been working, volunteering in Heritage for over a decade now. I've served on this committee since I moved to the Soo in 2021. I believe I was appointed at the end of that year. And I've also been appointed this year to the Historic Sites Board. So I'm looking forward to working on both. I also serve on the subcommittee for heritage trees. And obviously it's the winter, so not a lot of work happening with that committee or subcommittee, but looking forward to doing more work with that this year. And just happy to be back as part of the committee as a whole, and looking forward to seeing what we can do this year.
Thanks, Sarah. So we'll get into the agenda. So the first item up is adoption of the minutes. So resolve that the minutes of the Heritage Committee meeting of November 14th, 2024 be approved as amended. So these moved. Anybody to second? That was president, that means Jamie. And all in favor? And the motion carries.
So are we going to correct it that Alex was
As
not
amended.
as amended?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Any declaration of pecuniary interest? Okay, seeing none, so none noted. And then adoption of the agenda, so resolve that the agenda of the Municipal Heritage Committee meeting for February 5th, 2025, as presented to be approved. Alex? And Sarah, did you second? Oh, I thought I started hearing pop up. Thank you. All in favor? And motion carries. Okay, so business arising. First up is election of officers for the 2025 year. So I'll need a mover and a seconder. Resolve that the nominations are open for the position of chair of the Municipal Heritage Committee for 2025. Please. And a seconder, please. Alex. And all in favor. Motion carries. Okay, so are there any nominations for the position of chair? So we can take nominations from the floor.
I'd like to nominate Nicole Curry for position of chair on the Municipal Heritage Committee.
Nicole's not on the committee, Alex.
Nicole Curry's gone?
Yeah, yes. Yeah, she's not on this committee this go around.
I did not know that. I will have to reach out.
Are there any other nominations?
Alex, did you want to step up to be chair? I know
I appreciate the nomination. Jamie, I don't, I think I'm back at school, so I'm a little busy. But I do appreciate the nomination.
Are there any other nominations?
Jamie, can I throw that back at you? How are you feeling with the, like, it would be for a couple years? How would that
I've
work
done it
with your?
before, only 1 year. I'm a terrible parliamentarian, Alex, you must remember that. But yeah, I will, if you like, I'll let my name stand. Thank you.
I'd love to nominate you, yeah.
Oh, okay, well, I appreciate that, thank you.
All right, any other nominations? I need to call one more time. Seeing none, Jamie, you're going to stand.
Oh, yes, it does.
All right, so I would need a mover and a seconder. Resolve that Jamie Van Haften is declared chairperson of the Municipal Heritage Committee for 2025. And Alex and Sarah, thank you. And all in favor? And the motion carries, thank you. Now we're gonna move in second, resolve that nominations be open for the position of vice chair for Municipal Heritage Committee for 2025. This is to open the nominations.
Alex.
Oh, Alex, sorry, and Sarah. Trying to look in multiple directions. Okay, and all in favor for that motion? Great, okay, motion carries. Are there any nominations for the position of vice chair?
Alex, would you like to continue in that position?
I'm happy to continue, yes.
Oh, you are? Oh, okay, awesome.
So Jamie
Thanks.
has stated Alex, are there any other nominations? And one last time, any other nominations? Okay, seeing none, Alex indicated his name would stand, so mover and a seconder resolve that Alex White is declared vice chairperson for the Municipal Heritage Committee for 2025. And I see Hannah had moved and I think Sarah had her hand up. And all in favor for that motion? Okay, great, thank you, that motion carries. And I will turn it over to Jamie.
Oh, okay. You're doing a good job, Virginia. Well, could I turn it over to Lise, because the next agenda item is the museum bell.
And Alex, maybe you can help me as well, but it's in regards to the museum bell. Just a little bit of a history for those of you who are new. We are looking at building a little roof shelter over the museum bell to protect it against the vandalism, of course, and the environment. And Alex was involved in the beginning in trying to get Cora and the Superior, the high school, involved in maybe doing the construction on that. Everybody's very optimistic and wanting to help, but they there's so much, they have so much on their plate already. Then I reached out to St. Mary's College. They were also very engaged in wanting to help out, but unfortunately, they have a little cabin project that was started the first semester, and because they weren't able to finish the project, now the second semester, the students in the second semester are having to take part in finishing their project. So the roof for the little museum bell is out of the question for St. Mary's. So I reached out to White Pines, and of course with the construction going on at the school, it's very unpredictable when they have a room to work in and where. So they're very involved with South End as well, because the students there and something working together on the project. So that leads us to reach out to Sioux College. I haven't heard anything yet from them. I don't know if you guys would have any other suggestions. I might be speaking out for me, just let me know if, is there any way that we could maybe, have a third party, maybe fundraise to try and find monies to pay for a contractor to take care of that? Or is that not something that, I'm saying third party, because of course, the city would be looking for donation fundraising.
Yeah, and I've been keeping an eye out for grants, so trying to see if there's anything that's coming up. There might be something through, I think it's the Canada Conservation Association. But I need to confirm, cause I had a call with Kathy recently to see if she was aware of anything. If the bell is part of the collection and in as an artifact, it potentially could qualify for that conservation grant. If it's not part of the collection, then that pot wouldn't be available, so we'd have to confirm with Will if it has been added into his overall collection of the museum. And then that might be an avenue for funding.
Is that the only avenue for funding, or is what I propose not something that?
With the museum taking on the fundraising or the heritage
Could
committee?
just, none of the above, just have a third party maybe looking into raising funds.
Have you looked into corporate sponsorship at all, or is that out of the question?
We haven't as of yet looked into, well, corporate sponsorship, we've been trying to work through the avenue of having the schools taken on as a project, so. Which seems to be now kind of at a exhausted our potential resources there.
Right.
So no, we haven't looked through to corporate sponsorship at this point, that was what we were hoping for. This is a
Okay.
Project.
So I might be able to sort of finagle a pro bono design job for the actual housing. It would just be materials and labor that we would need to secure, but I can look into that further if needed.
Or that'd be great, Hannah, cause haven't gotten an updated quote to have the work done as we're
Okay.
gonna take that on, so if we can get a bit of a price, that would give us an idea of what we need to target.
Okay, yeah, I've only seen the original package that was submitted to the committee with I think it was just material costs that were in there. There was nothing about labor or anything. So we'll circle back to that.
So we don't need a motion or anything for that, do we?
I think we need to get the costs
Okay.
first, and then we can figure out who we want to look at. Moving forward with this. Now, do you see this, Lise, as the committee looking at trying to get the corporate sponsorships and the fundraising, or would this be something that the museum would be doing their avenues?
Do you have any thoughts on that, Hannah?
As far as I'm aware, the bell is still city property. I don't believe that it is the museum's. I think that would have to be sort of confirmed before we know what direction we're going in.
Yeah, would you be able to follow up on that, Hannah, and just see if it is
Yeah.
listed as an artifact? Then that may also open up that avenue for that grant funding as well.
Absolutely. I can take a look into that.
Great, thanks, Hannah.
So there are two other bells listed in that heritage booklet that we're looking on, and one of them is at I think behind the greenhouse at Bellevue Park.
Yes, there's.
Do those two bells have the same conservation issues that this bell has? In terms of age and deterioration?
Nothing's, I don't think a full assessment's been done on them.
No,
Not to the extent that assessment was completed on this particular bell,
right,
so. Have to go out and take a look.
yeah, it's an interesting. Question of how to handle the whole issue of bells. Not just one bell, but all three of them. Anyway, yeah.
Were there any other questions related to the report? This is well for visibility, just from a pricing standpoint, so the materials were listed in the report. Part of what the other cost is the proposal for the actual restoration of it. Which was estimated at 10 or 20 to 30 days. Roughly around $50 an hour was the price point that was provided in 2023, so whether that's changed or not, I'm not sure. So that conservation work would range anywhere, assuming like a 6-hour day. 6,000 to 9,000 per buyer, depending on the number of hours that go into it. So in addition to the structure, there's an additional 6,000 to 9,000 conservation proposed.
Would you like me to confirm as well that those costs haven't changed?
Sure, that'd be great, Hannah. Thank you.
Okay, I can do that. No problem.
The next item on the agenda is the Heritage Property Tax Rebate Program. And we have one additional property to the list from November.
Yeah, we missed it on the resolution, so it's just 143 McGregor. Property needs to be added in so we can get the rebate out to them.
Oh, okay, so the resolution is resolved that the Sault Ste. Marie Municipal Heritage Committee recommend to City Council that the designated heritage property tax rebate for 143 McGregor for the 22-23 tax year be paid. It's only the mover. Let's see.
Sarah?
And Sarah, Sunny's hand is up as well. Sunny, do you want to second it?
Yeah, I think so. Excited.
Okay. 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 So we vote, we're just all in agreement. Sorry, it's been how many
That's
years
okay.
I've been this, and I wasn't very good at this in the beginning either.
All right.
Okay, so we have subcommittees. Did carry.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's the one thing I always forgot to say with your carry. So the subcommittee number 1 is the Heritage Booklet and Video Tours.
So I can give an update on that. So the committee working on the Heritage Booklet and Tours met just before Christmas. So we have all the files. We have a staff resource that's going to start to look at shifting around in design. So we're hoping that we'll have that ready to go. Another piece that's part of that is we did have outreach from the Ontario Heritage Trust about Doors Open. So we would target to have the booklet ready to go for the launch of the Doors Open event. So it'd be a great time to be able to launch that. With regards to the video tours, we have a resource in-house that's able to potentially do some video tours for us of the heritage properties so that we can start to build up the number of tours that we have and have that kind of in a database to be able to use throughout the year. I'm still working with Sioux College as well to see if it potentially fits into their opportunity for their students. So that will always be something that we'll provide out for the students if they can fit it into their curriculum. But we're hoping that we can start to build that database.
When is Doors Open scheduled for?
Well, I just signed up because there was an early bird pricing, so we have to just work through all the logistics internally. Jamie was heavily involved, so we'll probably have a subcommittee that'll join in to work on that.
If I'm looking for volunteers.
Yes, so that's also the other piece for new committee members. If you're interested in the booklets or the Heritage Trees Project, you have an opportunity to join those working groups as well. So we need to, as a committee for the booklets, look at meeting sometime in the next 2 to 3 weeks.
So I've been working on that as well, and the I kind of laughed when you mentioned Ontario Heritage Trust. Because there's an employee, Gordon Pinn.
Yes.
Is that his name? Yeah, he I isolated the list of what I thought were the provincial trillium items from the original booklet, and I contacted Gordon, sent him the list to confirm. And there's been a fair bit of back and forth since then, so I don't think he's ready to shoot me. So is Virginia. I think I've discovered 2 more properties that are missing from that booklet. So I'm, he's, the booklet will be, when it's done, we haven't done it for 25 years. It's not a surprise that we're missing all this, but all these properties need to be added, and there were some federal properties that, anyway, so it's not getting any smaller.
And for the new committee members, just as some background, the booklet was originally received grant funding to have it created a number of years ago, so it does date back.
Yeah, the Millennium Project
Yeah.
25 years ago.
So we just ran out of booklets, so they ordered a really big batch back then. So it's time to do an update. We have had other pieces of communication, walking tour brochures and other pieces that we have put out over the years. But this is a full redo of the booklet at this point to add in all the new properties.
I'm happy to assist with any sort of copy editing or
Excellent.
any proofreading.
You'd like to join the committee?
I suppose so.
Thank you, Colin.
I would also be opening to joining the committee as well. I've got quite a bit of background in graphic design
thank you,
and that sort of
Hannah.
thing. So whatever I can do to help.
And Alex, you're still on the committee?
I am still
Thank
on
you.
the committee. I don't need to be, now that Colin is here and Hannah, is in very good hands.
We can find you a job for Doors Open, Alex.
Absolutely. And I think, as far as I know, the proofreading was done. So that was kind of my interest there, and just looking
Okay.
at what was to be included and then proofing that. And I'm happy to, step back from that.
Well, it'll come back to this committee again.
Yeah.
As we progress, and Virginia wanted the Historic Sites Board to see it as well.
Yes.
So we will have it going out to more for consultation. And thank you though.
It's about that time, I guess, eh? Yeah.
Yeah.
We need a motion, so the motion would read resolved that Paula Tomczyk and Hannah Ellis be appointed to the Heritage Booklet and Video Tours Subcommittee.
Can I make that motion? As chair? Okay, good.
Team,
And second, Alex. It's been without. Should we call for a vote? Okay, let's vote. Sorry. I'm so used to Virginia doing all the work. Okay, excellent. Thank you, everybody. That carried, Virginia. The next topic that Virginia, you're gonna have to carry is the Heritage Trees project, because I'm not on that committee.
so with the heritage trees, the next step is to actually start taking all the measurements. With the amount of snow that poses some challenges, so hopefully first thing in the spring, we'll be able to get out and take the actual measurements of the tree diameters and that, but in the meantime, I am hoping to get the committee together as well, just to start taking a look at some potential research on each of the trees, so we can kind of write a bit of a summary on the ones that have been identified. So right now we have at 10 that we'd like to do further investigation on, so we can start that background research in the meantime while we're waiting for those measurements to come back.
So who's on the committee currently?
Sarah is on the committee. I remember who else. We have Tim Ladd from the M&R. So he did a lot of work with the trees and the arboretum and that through the M&R. So he has a lot of technical and background information that's been very, very helpful. We also have some members of our horticulture team. So Travis Reed, who's the parks manager, is also involved. And as we go out to do measurements, he'll be pulling in additional members of his team to assist with that part of the project. And I'm trying to remember who else is on that.
Nicole was on it as well, but she's not on this committee anymore.
So not sure if there's anybody else that's interested in joining.
Maybe
that.
Colin? Colin, you said you were interested in natural. Right?
Yeah, I can, I did work for a tree removal company, but I am more than happy to see them standing up. So, yes, happy to help out, wherever possible.
We don't meet that often, so it's not a ton of work, but in the spring we'll get a little busier.
No problem.
Have some research back there too. So it will be resolved that Colin will be appointed to the Heritage Trees working group.
We need a second, please. Is there a second? Thanks, Sarah. And we'll call a vote, all in favor? All in favor, I think. They carry. Perfect. Saw thumbs up with them. Okay, heritage trees. Last year, were you looking to form a committee on the property inspection?
We're gonna
Do you want to do that in January?
that would be on the list of properties. So
Oh, the registered property.
yes,
Oh,
so I
okay.
figured what I would do is I'll pull together a report for the next meeting.
Okay,
And then we'll form the subcommittee on looking at some of those listed properties.
okay, from that list.
Yeah.
Okay,
So that'll definitely be on the next agenda.
okay, very nice. Is there a new business, Virginia, that we haven't already talked about? We talked about doors opening.
It would just be Heritage Week.
Oh, Heritage Week, exactly. Did you want a committee for doors open or subcommittee or working group?
Weekend, yep.
Okay. I would volunteer to be on that committee. I don't want to be the only one. So this would be 7.3, I guess, on the agenda.
Go under 8, so.
Or
Probably
8.
2.
Okay. So Alex, are you, were you on the Doors Open committee last time? I can't remember. You were certainly a volunteer because you led the tour. You're muted, by the way. I can keep talking, but I'd like to hear your voice.
Sorry, I was, yeah, I've done the tour. I was not on the Doors Open Committee.
Oh, you were? Oh, it's Harvey. Yeah, sorry, I don't. It's been a while. Okay, it's up to you.
That was for the week of February 17th.
No.
No,
Okay.
it would be later, so leading into like,
This-
it falls in between kind of June and September, so whatever we decided.
Yeah, the committee would have to pick a date and
It's
all
a-
that.
Yeah, it's
Go
quite
through
a
all
few
that.
months away.
Okay.
But the planning should be sort of ongoing.
Correct.
I don't want to be the only person on the committee. Virginia, are you on the committee?
Yep.
This is your idea? Okay.
I'd be happy to join the committee.
Oh, thank you, Hannah. Hannah, you were involved last time too. You were one of my sites.
Yes,
Yeah.
when I was at the art gallery, we.
I know,
participated
but
in the Doors Open. Yes.
you were my contact for the art gallery. Yeah, okay, thanks.
Alex, is your name standing for the committee?
Yeah, sure, it can be. I'm performative enough.
Okay, so the resolution would read, resolve that Jamie Van Haften, Alex White, Hannah Ellis be appointed to the Doors Open subcommittee.
So we need a motion, please.
Sarah. And
Sony and a seconder, Sarah's hand is up. Thank you, Sarah. And we need to vote, all approve, all who approve.
We should get Sunny out there. What? We have Sunny now. Let's get him out there.
I know, he can be our poster boy for the Doors Open event.
I think people get tired of listening to me, I think.
I don't think so.
So, Virginia, you have 8.1,
yeah,
which is Heritage Week.
so Heritage Week is coming up quite quickly, so it's February 17th to 21st this year. So in preparation, just because we didn't have a meeting in January, we have a series of posts that we're finalizing that we can share one each day, which are highlighting different properties. So it shows for example, an older photo of the courthouse and then a more current photo. So we have that kind of social media push. We were hoping to possibly do a walking tour. So this is not sure if Alex would be interested in conducting a tour on the Saturday. We thought we could go from the old stone house down Queen Street and wrap up at the Plaza site. I know Alex, you've done the downtown walking tours before for us, so not sure if you might be able to fit that in. It does, it would end up being, I think, on the 21st or later, that tail end of the Heritage Week.
Oh, it's some of them. Excellent. Thank you, Alex.
So I'll reach out to you then, Alex, and we can work on
Wow.
getting that set.
Wow, that'd be wonderful.
The Old Stone House has some displays that they're putting up. I've reached out to the libraries, so the panels will be going up at both library locations. So I'm working with Matthew McDonald there. And I'm trying to think, there was one other thing that I did. And then I'm not sure if there's any other suggestions from committee members on other things to highlight. All right.
Would the property highlighting, would that be on social media? Is that how it would be done?
Just the
Like for
different properties?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was just a series of, I think they did, John at the Old Stone House pulled together 5 different posts.
Oh,
So each day we would just share a different post through the social media accounts to highlight
oh, nice.
the properties, and then we'd also do something for the walking tour as well.
Okay, and then does city council do a declaration?
They've changed how they do the proclamations now, so usually it's shared through social media, so we'll work with our corporate communications to
Oh,
make sure that that's being shared through.
okay.
And then it would also go on the Arts and Culture website, Old Stone House website, and then city social media accounts. And we'd be sharing it with our partners as well.
Okay, perfect. That's different from the last time. Okay, number 9 is correspondence.
So CHO News, for the new members, there's a couple publications that committee members can receive. CHO News is one of them, which is the Community Heritage Ontario newsletter. So you'd be receiving that as committee members. The other one that I could have you enrolled in if you're interested is the National Trust emails. So that correspondence is sent out on a regular basis. So the last edition of the CHO News came out, so their website also has a number of resources that are also helpful for committee members.
Is the CHO do they do that Built Heritage News? Is that their newsletter?
They do this one, so it's publication.
Oh, that one. Okay,
so
I
the-
get something called Built Heritage News. I don't know where that.
Build Heritage is National Trust.
Is it okay?
Yeah, I
They-
think that's,
They used to do, years ago, they used to do training, little webinars and stuff. Are they still doing that or not?
I just got notification there is one,
Oh.
so I can make arrangements for the committee to join, so. To actually arrange a specific session, so we do have some training that the committee will be participating in, so the overview on the Heritage Committee. Is one of them, which is provided through the Ontario Trust. So that's something that we can look at signing up for as well. We need to do procedural bylaw training for the committee. And a new one is Access Forward, which is the accessible customer service training. So all committee members that's gonna be rolled out in the coming month. So you'll be getting some additional communication for me. If you already have completed that training, then you can just, confirm that that's been done in the past, either through your employer or if you.
Yeah, I've
did it
done it on the
recently.
library board, so.
Yeah, so you can just send your certificate.
Yeah. And is there a conference in May or a CHO conference?
June,
Hmm.
yeah, so it's in June.
Where is it this year?
Prince Edward County.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'd have to confirm the date, so.
Yeah, I did one years ago in Goderich, I think was the one that I went to. You went to one in Stratford the year before?
Yeah, I went to the one the year before we hosted.
Right.
So-
Oh, yeah, then we
to
hosted it. Right. And then I went to the one the year after in Goderich.
Yeah,
And then COVID probably hit and it ended, yeah.
Yeah.
But those conferences are, worthwhile. That's the end of your question. Okay, just checking. So the next meeting is March 10th at noon. And did I hear that we're normally in the Biggins room?
it'll primarily, so March 5th at noon is the meeting.
Yeah,
And it will be generally in the biggings room or
Okay.
via Zoom. So you'll always have the option to join by Zoom, but this was the one off.
Yeah.
Rest of them are in the other room.
Yeah, that's Zoom is convenient. So we need to have someone move a resolution that this committee now adjourned. Sarah's hand is up. Thank you, Sarah.
I'll second.
And Alex is seconding. Perfect. And we all agree that this is a good vote that we're going to adjourn the meeting. That's carried. Okay, thanks very much.
Can I ask one question before we all take off? Sorry.
Sure.
Sorry, and I love to sit back for a minute and learn, and I've learned a lot already this meeting. Thank you. But was the discussion about walking tours? I'm sorry, was that Alex that was taking that over?
Sonny, I'm now that you're here, would you want to team up on that?
Yeah, I'd love to. I've got
Oh,
just for a long time. I've had a bunch of thoughts in my head on how I wanted to do stuff or things I wanted to potentially try and do. I'd love to do that. Could you maybe flip me an email and we can connect?
Yeah, I can set up a quick call for us to go over that.
Yeah.
Timing and stuff, yeah.
Awesome.
Wow.
Anytime. Sorry to interrupt, guys, but I didn't want to let
No,
everyone
that's
leave
lovely.
before I jumped in. Thank you.
Thank
I'm
you.
glad you did jump in. That makes sense. It just makes sense that you would be part of that, just being closely tied, right? So yeah, we can talk about where we're going to start, where we're going to end, and all that. Awesome.
Thank you very much. That'll be
Thank
great.
you, Sonny.
Okay,
Thanks, everybody.
thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Virginia.
Have a great day.
You
Thanks,
too.
everyone.